bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's morning time. What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's morning time.
Good morning, What is up? How is everyone doing today? Happy May 12th, 2026. Who's out there? Who's with me? Good morning. Sound off. Say hello. It is Tuesday, y'all. Another week has started. Another week moving through. Where are we at? How's everybody feeling? I gotta tell you, I'm not feeling that great right now. So I know there are some people with me. I know there are some people that are having good weeks, some people that are having bad weeks, and some people that are having those in between those normal weeks. Feel like you just in Groundhog's Day situation. But yeah, I'm definitely in like a weird position. So we'll get into that in just a second. But good morning, Dylan. What's up, man? I figured you were the one person hanging out with me on the commute. Good morning, sir. Thank you for tuning in as always. I do appreciate you, buddy. Um, but yeah, just yesterday was it was kind of like it was just one of those days. I'm dealing with a lot of work situations right now that are just they're eating at me because I struggle sometimes with the confrontation of it all. Um, so, I got this. I have basically, let's say, four jobs. Keep it simple. There are others as well, but four main jobs. Two of them are new. Two of them are quick little remodels, and they're going fast. So that's a good thing. That makes me happy. Stuff's moving. The clients are happy. Trades are pushing through, getting paid quick, all that kind of stuff. And then I have these other two jobs that are slowing. Like one's like at like almost like a dead stop as we wait for the remaining windows and doors to come in. And the other one's getting to that point, just because of ordering time and stuff like that. Like I can already see it coming. The trades are moving faster than anticipated. And so the ordering of the windows and doors is potentially going to cause a delay on this job as well. So, two smaller jobs going fast, two larger jobs going slow. It's kind of frustrating me. The other thing that is, and there's a whole bunch of other reasons. The other thing that's hitting is got this um, electrical change order kind of situation that I'm dealing with. That's kind of really, really hurting my mind because good morning, MP. Busy week again. I feel like at this week's summer will be over at this rate. Yeah. But it's actually just beginning and then it just gets crazier. So yeah, this electrical thing, like I love these electricians. They do great work, good people. I enjoy like hanging out with them, talking with them. It's a father and son team. The son has grown up through the industry just like I have. So he and I get along very well. But man, like, are they the definition of nickel and dime? And, if you've heard that phrase, it's a very, you know, poo poo kind of bad thing in the industry. But it's just, they slapped me down with like an $18,000 change order the other day on an $80,000 contract. And it's been a struggle for me. Like, if I actually pass this on to the clients or if I fight it, is this going to be, another downturn in our relationship? Because we've had these problems before, me and this electrician, where I've like gotten on their case about the way that they present this and the way that they do this as just being just not fair, like not like just having a really like scammy kind of taste in my mouth. And so I think that's been eating away at me a bit this week and last week. I think I got it Thursday or something like that. So it's really messed me up. Yesterday I wasn't feeling well. Um and obviously that kind of like just trickles downhill to, bad snacking, like didn't do my workout, was was kind of a little, not like snippy, but like a little short with the kids yesterday. Um, your gut is your feelings. Yeah, for sure. And, you know, still worked my way out of it. Like we still had a pretty good evening. Thankfully, there was a huge, not a huge, but like a decent size distraction in that Bailey had another drama play yesterday. So I got home, had a quick like a late lunch, and then we all went there. I'll be in the after the Expedia commercial. Good morning, buddy. Um, so yeah, we, me, Amy, and the kids went and saw her. So that was fun to see the whole family together supporting Bailey in this play. This was like a super like small version. Like they literally did it in the classroom, like in the classroom where they do the drama and the plays and stuff like that. So my wife swears that I've been in this classroom. I swear that I haven't. Uh, so that was a thing. But it was a very good, very moving, two different shows, essentially, two different mini shows, like 20 minutes each on cancer and beating cancer. I guess the drama teacher, he went through a cancer battle and survived it. So it was kind of, something that he wanted to write and present. And then the kids, they just did a great job. It was really, really well done by the kids. I really appreciated it. Wall Street has a new definition for taco. Really? What's that? Good morning, Bukes. How are you doing, sir? Welcome to the show. Thank you for listening over on X and sharing us to all your Camel fam. Appreciate you, buddy. Um, and yeah, thank you. So yeah, that was good. Then we went home and just, Bentley's thing now is, like I said yesterday, soccer. He is wants to do it all the time. So we did a couple rounds in between, me getting some snacks and food in and telling myself it's okay to not work out. I wasn't feeling it at all. So it's just kind of talking myself up and down and up and down. I'm just like, eventually I was just like, it's just not gonna happen. It's okay. Like we can go one day off. Don't tell MP. It's fine. But yeah, we played a lot of this version of soccer. You know how much soccer you can play in a living room full of breakables, but that's what the kid wants to do. Our backyard grass is full of dog shit, so it's not as fun out there. And our front yard grass is very uneven. There's like a two hills into a valley for like drainage purposes. Gray stays are important for self love. Yeah, look at Dylan coming in here, just hot. That's exactly what I was thinking too. Um, Backyard dog farm. Yeah, dog poop. That sounds like a chore for the kids. Oh, sir. Sir, if we could only parent kid swap for a day, you'd realize you'd realize how different my kids are raised and how confusing it is that I run uh, a a show on parenting when I have so much to learn. Oh, good. The poop is cleaned up now. Now time to rake the yard. And what's funny is, dude, like it's a small area of grass, like in our backyard. Uh, Compared to yours, you'd be like, "What, dude? Take you like just blink and it's like all clean." Good morning, Oz. How you doing? Saw you pop in. What's up? What's up, sir? How are you and the boys doing? How is Florida? MP, I need a kid's pooper scooper. Yeah, exactly. MP, you just like farm your kids out to the locals if they need some help and some chores. Um, yeah, so drama play was good. Grateful for that family time. Work, messing me up a little bit. Been procrastinating some of this stuff that I need to send off to these clients. Balancing my time is another thing that's kind of not weighing me down, but it's here. Hey, look at this. All I see is something about poop. Have a great day, everyone. Good morning. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, over here on Facebook. Look at these people on Facebook. So wonderful. Good thing I'm connected to Jason's Facebook. Good thing. Big dogs are easy with scoopers. Small dogs, not so much. Yeah, here's the other thing. I think he doesn't even like pooping on the grass anymore, but we've been so timid about ever even walking on the grass because it was always his zone. But then when I was doing the landscaping in the planters, I noticed some of his stuff in the planters. So the tool, mine is too big for my kids to use. Got it. Yeah, they need like a kid's version. It's just called gloves, man. Like that's used to what I used to do when I was a kid. It would just be gloves and a bag. You know, What's the big deal? My older dog has decided that she now wants to poop on our patio now. That's been fun. Yep, of course. Poop bags, yeah, the inside out poop bag. That's another thing too. There you go. Thanks for catching me on that. Not gloves. You're right, David. The poop bag. Those guys, they work. Um, so yeah, that's what it is. Dash hides them like Easter eggs now, so it is what it is. So shovel and let it fly over the fence. Yeah, that's true. Like I actually don't have a neighbor behind me, so we could just set up some sort of toss apparatus. um, and then this is the second to the last week of school, so we got all kinds of events. Bentley is has a little awards assembly this morning that will be missing. Um, Bailey has her swim banquet tonight that I will be going to, even though I heard it's gonna be, what do the kids say these days? Chopped cheese. It's gonna be chopped cheese. I think that means not good. I think my hair is a little chopped cheese this morning, as my daughters would say, but whatever. Um, so yeah, we're gonna do that. And then Bentley has soccer tonight. So we're gonna go from one to the other. And then Brooklyn has dance class tonight. So it's like a three-peat. It's an all-nighter. Um, it is a lot. Sending you a slingshot now. There you go, Dylan. Cleaned up the backyard for my daughter's party. Thought I had it all cleaned up, and the dog went out during the party. Oh no, with bare feet. Oof, that's no good. That's like a core memory for that kid. They had like a trauma and just did not want to go back, or probably never stepped foot on you in your yard again for a while. if not ever. Uh, poor girl. Um, so yeah, busy day, busy week next week, and then we got a trip to Sedona planned for next weekend. We still laugh about it today. Nice. Oh, I needed this show. Oh, one friend used to wear the Jesus Walker sandals. He's just like scooping the poop right behind him just to make it happen. We know MP was a little evil back then. Yeah, good stuff, gentlemen. The things between your toes bring back. All right, let's move on from the poop talk,
Don't do
shall
the
we? I mean, I'm
reading!
sure you won't, but like we could try. We can make an attempt. Dee Dee wants us to move on to the reading. We got a story about the Ross family, Diana Ross and her daughter Tracy. This was a good one. It's a nice little perspective switch, nice little, um, you know, I just got goosebumps. A nice little way to like rethink societal norms right now, ever since I want to say COVID-ish times when things went a little bit more online with schools and technology really got like a boost and a bump because of that time frame. The the instant grading, the parent portal login, all that kind of stuff. David, you wouldn't understand this. I definitely think that your kids and us as a generation grew up in a much better time as far as school and grades were concerned. But it was something along the line. Yeah, oh yeah, this happened actually yesterday. So my wife and daughter are having a conversation where Bailey missed a class yesterday because she was preparing and rehearsing for the show that was yesterday. And my wife goes, or Bailey's like, "Yeah, I got a lot of work tonight to do tonight. I missed a class today." And my wife goes, "Yeah, your grade dropped from an 86 to a 68 or something like that." I'm like, "How's that even possible? Like that shouldn't even be like not only should that not be possible, but there's no way that you should be able to say that. Like, what does that mean? Like we're at the end of the year. How does your average drop that much because of one missed class and one assignment? Like it's been a thing where, oh, this is not the tangent I wanted to go on. Because this is something that like it very much frustrates me with school and grades and the parent kid dynamic and how all of this is really like eats away at like the parent kid like my wife's relationship with the girls is like amazing, but like when I see them have these conversations, it's very frustrating. It's very hard for me not to step in. It's very hard for me not to um kind of like, I don't know, feel like I need to protect my kids from my wife. Like it's a very weird situation for me. Like it triggers something in me very much, especially with Brooklyn, especially with Brooklyn. So I like this reading. That's how we do it. I like the reading because it is a perspective switch on what was the line that they said? I wrote it down. To navigate life through how it feels to you as opposed to how it looks to everyone else. So I liked that line. It was basically Diana Ross, instead of asking, what grade you got or how did you do in school, like what are the results or whatever. Her question to her kids or her kid in this reading was, um, did you do your best and how did you feel about it? So kind of getting the kids' take on how they did, what they felt their performance was like, how they measured up to their own standards versus what someone else, some teacher, some school system is the right word, uh, measured her. So I like that. I like that. It's a good perspective shift. It's a good, I often ask my kids, just did you have fun today? Like, what did you and your friends do? Like, are there any funny moments? Anything cool happened? Anything interesting? Like, I don't even ask about homework or tests or grades whatsoever. I'm just more interested in the shenanigans, the the relationships, the humorous laughter moments, like that kind of stuff. That's mostly what I want to know from my kids when they get home. How did you do? How did you feel? Yep, 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 yep. And then the journal prompt was a little kicker for me. Like they often are. Basically, the question was, are you really doing your best? And, to circle back to the beginning of this whole conversation, David used to ask, just tell me one good thing and what bad thing happened today. I like that. Yeah. Did some thinking. One side versus the other. Um, it's a good one. And yeah, so the journal question kind of, circled me back to this morning. It's just sometimes I feel like I'm not doing my best. Sometimes I struggle with the thought of like how to actually define that, Like I think I'm doing well. Um, like I said, clients are happy, subcontractors are working and getting paid. I'm getting paid. My family all appears to be happy. We are not, fighting uncontrollably. This has definitely been like one of the better years of my marriage and relationship. We've gone through some tough ones, some difficult ones, but I've, grown and changed a lot. And, I've seen a big improvement in my husbandry and my relationship with my wife. So it seems that way, but then I have mornings like this where I'm just like, oh, dang, I did not, I didn't do the checklist of stuff that I wrote in the morning. I didn't do like, barely any of it yesterday. I could not stop thinking. I wrote this in my show notes yesterday, and I didn't say it online. But, like, it was bad, guys. I could not stop thinking yesterday from the get-go of the morning, like, we're talking, like, 3 AM to when I finally went and got it at, like, I don't know, 10:30ish. So 7 hours, I could not stop thinking about, dude, you'll never guess, Chex Mix. Any of you guys like Chex Mix? It's like my jam when it comes to a snack. And funny enough is it's just like a gas station thing. Like, I don't even know if they sell it in larger bags at grocery stores or Costco. I've never purchased like a giant bag of it for my house, probably because it would attempt to eat it all in one sitting and get a stomachache. Um, but yeah, I was just craving it. More cold weather, okay, yeah. I was craving it yesterday. Like, it was weird. Like, I couldn't get the smell or the scent out of my brain. So yeah, that preoccupied my whole day yesterday until I finally went and got some, and then it was, like, all downhill from them. Too much salt, you know, too much whatever. You can't just walk into a gas station and get 1 bag of Chex Mix, so there's other stuff that was got. And, it's not exactly the best way to break a fast. Um, so, yeah, like, the day kinda went downhill then. So, and then what else did I write? At times, yes, I'm doing my best. Struggle to know for sure. Barely find barely talk to my girls. That's something I've been thinking about a lot lately is as they've grown into those teenage years, and as I'm finding this book, late in life and hoping that my story is I lost that word. My story is what am I thinking here, guys? A warning? Like a cautionary tale. There we go. A cautionary tale to y'all with younger kids. Um, is definitely enjoy the time, build the relationship now. Because if you don't, you could very well end up like me. Like I feel like I have a really, decent relationship with my kids. I would say better than what my parents had, which was always my goal. Um, but I do wish there was a deeper connection, and I am working on it. It is just very difficult to, you know, keep pushing that further and deeper as they're older, as they're going on their separate ways and their separate lives. So, it does kind of break me is not a word, but like hurt me a little bit to think, yeah, how little we talk and spend time with each other in the 3 days that I'm home. And then the counterpoint to that is that's because I have this 7-year-old boy who is just relentlessly obsessed with me and my wife, and he cannot. There is no way to satiate his thirst and his hunger for our attention. So, the two obviously are polars. They fight against each other. My daughters love to talk to me. Sometimes they tell me too much information. God, see, I hope that when I come out the other end of this, that I've laid enough groundwork and that we've done enough over these next couple of years that I get into a position um, that David's in. I say this all the time. Like I really do look up to you and your relationship with your girls and everything that you've kind of shared and put in here. So appreciate you being here, like a mentor that just fell into my lap somehow. I have no idea how you got here, buddy. But happy that you're here, very much so. And yeah, yeah, Bentley's a time suck right now in a good way, right? For the most part, there are times when I'm exhausted and I can't handle them, and I don't want to play soccer. And my wife's up there saying, "Nope, you got to do it." I played all day. I played all day. He was early release from school today, so I've been playing since like 1 o'clock. It's your turn. I'm like, yep, it is my turn. You're right. So, um, it does definitely take a lot out of me and pull me away from the girls, which is fine. They get to all go and relax with mom. They get to have their girl talk. Bailey got a dress, I think, for the swim banquet, so she got to try that on and show mom the shoes and kind of get to do all that stuff today as well. But yeah, and then we got the end of the page, our stoic lesson, just a little tie-in, just to give you guys a little taste of what the other book is about. Today's reading was about kindness, about how kindness is always the right response. But it was definitely, the caveat is that it's true kindness, is that it's not faked. So, there's a struggle for me there. I don't always feel kind. So I think that's a lot of the times where I get myself into more of a quiet position. Kindness always wins. There he is. Be kind, right? Be kind. So I do at times struggle with that, but I see the merit. I see the truth in the statement, that when someone's being unkind to you, they definitely expect you to return in the same way that they are. They're expecting the back and forth, the confrontation, the what have you. And so kindness, being able to focus more on kindness and make that more a part of your life is going to stop some of those situations. It's going to stop people dead in their tracks. It's going to get them to rethink how they're approaching the situation, possibly understand how foolish they were being by treating someone the way that they were treating them when that person responds with kindness. So it makes sense. um, and we just like all of this, it's a reminder to practice practice. It's a reminder to get better. It's a reminder that I have growth, that we have growth. That's why we're here. That's why we do this. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me. That's the show. Quick 30 minutes. It just flies by. Oh man. The shock, the shock sometimes on how I managed to do this uh from when I started. So, it's proof that good poop talk. Yep. Good poop talk. Good talk. Thank you, Dylan. It's proof that you really can change, that you really can grow, that you really can start as a shy person who does not want to do this and could not hold a conversation and leaned very heavily on his co hosts uh, to run the entire conversation and would just wait for a question to be asked and quickly answer it, most likely deflecting with humor to then running a 30-minute show talking about everything from poop to relationships. But thank you guys. You make it very easy. You walk me through this with your comments, and I'll see you back here tomorrow, Wednesday, for another round of My Daily Dance, hosted and brought to you by the Beard. This guy, Dom. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Bye.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up.